I've built this AI agent that qualifies all my leads over a phone call, meaning my sales team never has to hop on calls with unqualified leads. Higher close rates. Fuchs. Here's a demo. Hello, I saw you guys' ad on having AI handle my phone calls. How do I get started?
Amazing. To get started, I'll need to ask you a few questions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
First of all, how do you guys currently manage your customer calls?
Okay, currently we have one person dedicated to the phone lines and they miss a couple of calls.
I feel you. That must be tough. Missing phone calls must be losing you quite a lot in revenue. What would you estimate you're losing?
I mean, we miss around 25% of all our calls, so it's significant.
Okay, and what would you say is your average order value at the moment?
It's at $20.
And where would you want it to be, if I may ask?
If you can jump up to $35, that'd be awesome.
Ooh, okay, $35 is a good starting point. Most restaurants who get Astra see a 60% boost in their average order values within their first month. And if I may ask, how urgent do you want to solve these problems of missed customer calls and low average order values?
Urgent. If we can have it up and running by tomorrow, that would be awesome, honestly.
I see. And what budget do you have for fully integrating Astra into your ecosystem?
Around $3,000 to $4,000.
Okay, I see. And are you the sole decision maker at your restaurant?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Let's get you booked into an appointment. First of all, what's your name?
My name is John Smith.
And your email?
john@gmail.com.
What about your phone number?
My phone number is 0712345678.
And finally, when would you like to talk to our team?
I mean, if you can do tomorrow at 11 a.m., that would be okay.
Give me a moment. I'll book you in. Awesome. You're all set, John. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nah, that's okay. And if I go here to my Google Calendar, you can see a new appointment has been booked for 11 a.m. with John Smith. And in my database, a new record has entered for John Smith and their details are in accordingly. You can see the time of the appointment. Of course, it's saying 8 a.m. because this is in UTC time zone. And here is the call summary. John is missing 25% of customer calls and wants to increase average order values from $20 to $35. He wants to get started urgently and has a budget of $3,000 to $4,000. He's also the sole decision maker. Quite a powerful system, I have to say. This is an intermediate step to ensure you guys have higher close rates. Because if your sales team is only hopping on calls with qualified leads, they close more deals. They'll also be more motivated because, I mean, if you're a salesperson and you're only getting qualified leads and you're just closing deal after deal after deal, you're motivated to close more deals. Then the unqualified leads, you could decide to add them to an email nurture system where they consistently get value over emails, let's say 3 or 5 emails per week, just to ensure they're continuously being nurtured until a point where they would be qualified. Also, another option could be passing on the unqualified leads to your junior sales reps, the ones that are not very good at closing deals, so that you're not giving qualified leads to junior sales reps and unqualified leads to master sales reps. You want to maximize your potential so that the most qualified leads that are very likely to close are being given to people who are actually going to close those deals. And those leads that are very less likely to be closed, they can be passed on to the junior sales reps, ensuring that qualified leads are not being wasted. But also it will help your junior sales reps to become better at their skill. If you can imagine trying to close like unqualified leads makes you even more of an expert. It's quite powerful. So if you're wondering how you can build such a system, let's jump into it. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Mutiso and I'm part of the team at Big Grip, where we help business owners unlock the next level of growth by leveraging AI and automation. I also share my knowledge out there to help developers like myself get better with this skill. Let's jump into it. So this AI system, we're going to be building it using 11 Labs and Make.com. If you're part of the channel, I normally use VAPI or Retail AI, but in this case, we're going to be working with 11 Labs. I've come to love them because of their low latency. I've tested a couple of AI Voicebot building platforms, and I think 11 Labs has one of the best latencies. Like, the latency is very low. And if you're not sure what latency is like when I as a customer talks to the AI, how long does the AI take to give me a response? The longer it takes, the higher the latency. The shorter time it takes, the lower the latency. We want to get AI agents that have low latency. So if you don't have an account on 11 Labs, go ahead and create an account on 11 Labs. So just go to 11labs.io as you see in this URL part. Then create an account and log in to your dashboard. Once you do that, you'll arrive at something of the sort. This is your dashboard. So what you want to do is go to the complete left and click on Conversational AI. Then click on agents. Click on create new agent, then give it a name, something like lead qualifier. Or actually I have that name already, so I'll say lead qualifier bot. Then we're starting from a blank template. I'll select that, then create agent. So first of all, you'll start by picking the language that you want to work with. I'll go with the default English over there. Then I'll continue. Good thing with 11 Labs is your AI agent can like switch languages. So for example, if the customer is talking French, it can automatically during the call switch to speaking French or Spanish or Mandarin or Kamba. Kamba, that's our African language. Okay, of course I'm exaggerating. Of course it can't speak Kamba. But anyways, and yeah, you can just add the languages over here. Then move on over here. So the first message is going to be something like, hello, this is Astra. How may I assist you today? Okay, so two things. This AI system could work two ways. One is the customer calls the AI. So for example, you could be running some advertisement out there. Then the call to action would be call this number to speak to our sales team. If our lead is interested, they call that number and they talk to the AI. The AI qualifies the lead and books them into an appointment. The other way is you run advertisements out there. Then the call to action is they submit their information, their name, email, phone number, etc. Then you have a spreadsheet containing all these lead information that have been submitted, name, email, phone number, a couple of records of those. Then you have the AI system go through each single one of them, calling them to qualify them and book them into an appointment. So those are two ways. One is the customer calls the business and they're talking to the AI. Secondly is the lead submits their information, then the AI calls them to qualify them and book them into an appointment. Both ways could work. Then here you can just give a quick description of what the agent is doing. So something like a lead qualification bot for Astra. Okay. And if you're wondering what Astra is one of the softwares we're launching pretty soon that's going to be managing phone calls for restaurants. Okay. So here in the system prompt, go ahead in the link in the description and access all the resources that we're going to be working with in this tutorial. So that is the system prompt that will guide the AI conversation and the make.com template that we will use to book the appointment. Of course, book the appointment, save the customer details to the database, etc. So go ahead to the link in the description and access all those resources right now and come paste in the system prompt over here. Then I'll take you through that. So I've pasted it in there. Then what I'll do is I'll just take you through it quickly. So first of all is you start with the role is you are Astra, a helpful and enthusiastic agent of Big Grip. Your role is to respond to lead inquiries, qualify leads and book them into appointments. Here's the current time in UTC and here's the user's time zone. Why I'm mentioning this is I want when the user is getting booked into an appointment, when the user says something like book me to an appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m. We want the AI to be able to know that tomorrow at 10 a.m. is exactly, let me just check my calendar, is exactly 10th of June 2025, so that it books in the right slot. So that's why we're giving it context on this. And this is an inbuilt variable into this AI agent containing the current time in UTC. You can easily access that over here. So you can see here, I'm easily able to add some dynamic variables that are already inbuilt into the AI agent on 11 Labs. You can see you have access to the time in UTC. You can see the call duration in seconds, the number of the customer, etc. So you can see all those details there. The user time zone is Africa, Nairobi, which is 3 hours ahead of UTC. We're giving it context on this so that when the user says tomorrow at 10 a.m., the AI will see that tomorrow at 10 a.m. is actually 10th of June 2025. But since the user is in Africa, Nairobi time zone, we need to convert it into UTC, which is 3 hours before what the user has said. So when the AI is calling the book appointment function, it's going to send in the date in UTC. So that is going to be actually 7 a.m. 3 hours before Africa Nairobi. Because UTC, which is the Coordinated Universal Time Zone, is 3 hours before my time zone. So you will check your time zone. If it's, let's say, Australia, Melbourne, go and ask Google or ChatGPT, how many hours ahead of UTC is your time zone? Then you put in the details in here accordingly. Then in the tasks. So the first task is to use information available in the knowledge base to provide relevant responses to any question the user may have. So that's one of the tasks, which is normally basic, you'll just upload a PDF document to your knowledge base. For that, you'll click on knowledge base over here. I'll just direct it into a new tab. Then you're able to see that in action. Knowledge base is the information the AI uses to provide responses to any customer question. Information that is custom to the business at hand. So what you'll do is come and add files. So you can add a website URL, and that will be scraped, and that information will be used by the AI, or is add files over here, which is the most common way. So you'll click or drag the files here. I'll go with that. It's called Ultimate Dental FAQs. Actually, this is not related to the AI agent we are building, but point is you get the concept. Is add a PDF over here just containing, let's say, question answer pairs. Let me show you how that looks. So you can see it there. What should I expect during my first visit to Ultimate Dental, and the respective answer over here. So you get your business, the questions that customers typically ask, then provide responses to them, then save it in form of PDF and upload it to 11 labs. So then you'll click add file over here. Then you can go back to your AI agent, click on agents. Okay, so you see it's added there. The information has been added accordingly. Then I'll X on that. Then I'll go back to my agents, lead qualifier bot. Then I'm back here. Notice one thing is everything we added has disappeared. So that's one thing I'm telling you, because I normally forget, is always save the changes that you make to your AI agent. Good thing is I already have this system prompt, so we're not starting from scratch. But on your side, whenever you make any changes, like let's say I've typed over there, ensure you click on save. It will always appear at the bottom right. Click on save. Very, very critical. Let me just quickly add the first message. Hello, this is Astra. How may I assist you today? Then the system prompt. Quickly just let me say, call this lead qualification bot for Astra. Then the system prompt. Have it in there accordingly. Then we can move on. So remember here, first task is providing relevant responses to any question the user may have. So I'll ensure I click save because I've made changes to my AI agent. Then I'll scroll down here till I say knowledge base. Then I'll add document. I'll attach the one that I've added. Then that will be used as context during the phone call. Then going back to the system prompt over here, what's the next task? The next task is to qualify leads on whether they have the budget to spend, the authority to spend it, the problem we are solving, and the urgency to solve it. Why I'm using this is a framework that Alex Omozi, one of my role models, likes using, is BANT. B-A-N-T. Do they have the budget, the authority, the need, and the timing? Do they have the budget to spend on your services or the product that you're selling? Do they have the authority to do that spending? Or rather, they actually need to bring in their CEO or their boss or something. Do they have the need? So do they have the pain point? Are they struggling with the problem our service is solving? Then finally, do they have the timing? Do they have the urgency to fix that problem? This ensures that you're only hopping on calls with qualified leads that have the budget to spend on your services, that they have the authority to spend, they have the pain point, so they need to actually solve the pain, and they have the timing, so they urgently need to solve the problem. So if the lead is qualified, go ahead and book them into a meeting using the book appointment function. And I'll show you how we add that function in place. So specifics in regard to the tasks that we have mentioned up here. Let's continue. To qualify a lead, go through the following steps, and I list them over there. First, find out if they are really struggling with missed customer calls and low average order values, which is a problem that our AI system is solving. Astra. Okay, so the second one is next, find out how urgent they need this problem solved. Next, find out what budget they have to integrate Astra into their ecosystem. Then finally, find out if they are the sole decision maker or not. This is very critical. Is if we find out that they are not the sole decision maker, we don't want our sales team to hop on a meeting with someone who's not the final decision maker. We want them to hop on a call with every stakeholder that needs to be involved in order to have a green light to proceed with the project. So if we find out that they are not the sole decision maker, we could have the AI tell them, kindly ensure to have your CEO available in the meeting. Could we also get your CEO's email so that we can invite them into the meeting, etc. So this is just ensuring that you boost your closing rates. Okay, now only proceed to book them into an appointment if the following conditions are met. 1 is they are struggling with missed calls or low average order values. 2, they have the urgency to fix the problems. And 3, they have a budget of over $2,500 to integrate Astra. This is a criteria the AI will use to determine that, oh, this lead is qualified and we need to book them to an appointment immediately. Or this lead is not qualified, so therefore let's add them into our database and consistently nurture them with emails providing value and the likes. something like 3 or 5 emails per week. Because I mean, you've already paid for ads to get the lead through the door. So you might as well just maximize on that by consistently nurturing those leads until they are ready, until they are qualified. So if they don't qualify for a specific reason, thank them for their time, but inform them that at the moment we wouldn't be the right fit to help them because of such and such a reason. Then from there, they could just consistently get the emails of value. At the end of every call, if the lead is unqualified, run the save call info function to save the details of the call to our database. Only run the function if the lead is not qualified to book into an appointment. And I'll quickly show you that. Here I have my database containing a table called leads and another table called unqualified leads. This one stores details on any qualified leads that have been booked into an appointment, and this one stores leads that are unqualified. So you can see we have their name, email, phone number, the summary of the call, the status of course, which will be not qualified. So you can see it there, not qualified, etc. So now your team could come and add this into an email nurture sequence. I mean, you could have BigRip build this for you. BigRip, which is our AI agency. Now some context, okay? Context about the business. BigRip is an AI automations company that helps restaurants businesses grow through their flagship AI software, Astra. Astra manages phone calls for restaurants, taking in delivery and takeout orders, as well as taking in table reservations. Astra ensures that the restaurant never misses a customer call ever again, whilst boosting their average order values by upselling 100% of customers who call to ensure they buy more items as much as possible. So that's some context. Now some examples, which is just a back and forth script between the AI and the customer. This helps a lot to give the AI a picture of how to handle the conversation. So you can pause and read through that, but it's typically how the call went through in the demo. The critical part is down here, where once we have obtained all the user's details to book the appointment, we tell the AI, run the book appointment function, and notice that this is in capital letters to ensure the AI knows that this is not part of the script, but rather instructions to execute this function. Then in the notes section over here, we just tell the AI, this is a note that I normally paste in all the voice bots that I normally build to ensure that the conversation sounds more natural, more human-like, more conversational. Okay, so when generating responses, aim for a casual and conversational tone. Think of how you might talk to a friend in a relaxed setting. Use informal language and common colloquial expressions. That word normally excites me. It sounds so fancy. Colloquial expressions such as so, yeah, and okay. Avoid formal language and corporate jargon. Instead, focus on making the dialogue flow naturally using contractions like you're instead of you are, and insert filler words occasionally to mimic natural speech patterns. Strive to make responses sound warm and approachable using everyday vocabulary and sentence structures. This is a voice conversation, so keep your responses short, like in a real conversation. Don't ramble for too long, okay? So whatever you've seen me selecting, copy it as is. So what you can do is whatever I've selected over here, copy it and paste it in all the voice bots you build, then come thank me later. You can easily do that by just taking a screenshot, or rather taking a snapshot of this, then pasting that image into ChatGPT and telling it something like, Mr. ChatGPT, just extract the contents of this image into text. Then it will give you this paragraph. Then you'll save it in a notepad or a document. Then you'll always be pasting it in all the voice bots you build. Then here I give it another cautioning, is at the end of every call, if the user wasn't qualified and thus couldn't be booked into an appointment, ensure to save the call details to our database through the save call info function. I emphasize on this because when I was testing it out, I noticed it was making some mistakes over here. Then whenever you make any changes, ensure to click save. Then let's go and add the functionality in place. So I'll scroll down here. In the LLM, first of all, we'll switch to GPT-4o, which is there. I'll pick that. Click on save. Then I'll scroll down here to the temperature. You can leave it as is. You're not really going to be altering this much. So you can see it's already set to be deterministic. This means that the AI will be deterministic. It won't hallucinate trying to be creative and the likes. But if you want the AI to be more creative, you can set to be more creative, which will have the temperature at 1, which is more creative. This increases the likelihood of the AI hallucinating. So avoid this, especially for AI systems that are performing certain actions, certain tasks that are always going to be following the same process every single time. Then here, limit token usage, forget about that. Knowledge base, I've already added that. Then down here in the tools is the critical part. You can see we already have a tool in place for ending the call. This is for the AI to be able to end the call from its side whenever it notices that the call needs to be ended. So I'll click on add tool over here. It's a custom tool. Then what you want to do is give it a name. So first of all, this is going to be book appointment function, just like what I mentioned in the system prompt. Book appointment function. Give it a description, something like this tool is used to book the user into an appointment. That's it. Then we need to send some information in order to book the appointment. Where will we send the information to? We are sending the information to make.com. So in order to send the information, we need a URL from make.com. So for that, let me go to make.com. So if you don't have an account on make.com, ensure you create one, then log into your dashboard. You'll arrive at something of the sort and create a new scenario. Then if you are able to access the resources in the link in the description, you'll come and click on these three dots, import blueprint. Then you'll import the JSON file containing the make.com template. Then you'll have something of the sort. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll click on this first module over here. Then you'll add a new webhook on your side, I'm sure, because you don't have that. Add webhook, click on save, then copy address to clipboard, come back here and paste it in there. Then ensure this method is set to post, because we are sending some information. That is the customer's name, email, phone number, and the time they want to book the appointment. Scroll down here. Do you have any headers? No. Scroll down till body parameters and click on enable. Then just give it a quick description of how it should extract the information, because you can see here this field will be passed to the LLM, that's the AI model, and should describe in detail how the AI should extract the data from the transcript. Here I just simply tell it extract the user's full names, email, phone number, and booking time. Just that simple. Then I'll come and add those properties or those pieces of information accordingly. So I'll click on add property, the customer's name. The description is, this is the customer's name. Scroll down, then we want to add another property. This one is going to be the customer's email. The description is, this is the customer's email address. Add property. The next one is the customer's phone number. This is the customer's phone number. Next one is, oh, one thing I forgot is the call summary, which I need also to add over here. So booking time and summary of the customer's responses, which I'll scroll down here till I see call summary. The description is, this is a summary of the customer's responses to the lead qualification questions. Then what you want to do is add tool. Now we've added the tool in place, but remember also there was another tool to save unqualified leads. So I'll add the tool in place. I called it save call info. So in the name here I'll call save call info. This tool is used to save the call details of an unqualified lead. Then we need to send the information somewhere. So when you are accessing the resources, you downloaded two templates. One is to book the appointment and another one is to save unqualified leads to your Airtable database. So you'll click on create a new scenario. And also one thing, when you make any changes to your template as well, ensure you click on save. So back in the lead qualification appointment booking scenario, click on save over here. Then going back here to our new scenario, you want to click on the same three dots, import blueprint, and import the new template. You'll have something of the sort. It's just three modules. You can see it's quite a simple scenario. It just gets information from our AI Voicebot, then saves the details to our database, then sends back a response to the Voicebot telling it the details have been saved successfully. So you'll click on this first module, then click on add to create a new URL that can accept information from our 11 Labs Voicebot. Then you'll click on save over here. Then copy address to clipboard. Come back here and paste it in there. Ensure this is a post request. Then here in the body parameters, click on enable and add the pieces of information that you need in order to save the call details. So I'll just tell it that extract the user's names, email, phone number, and the call summary. Then let's add those properties accordingly. First one is, this is the customer's name. Description is, this is the customer's full names. Then I'll add a new property, customer email. The next one is customer phone. This is the customer's phone. Finally, call summary. This is the summary of the user's responses to the lead qualification question. Then add tool. Click on save. So back here to the lead qualification appointment booking template. To understand what you need to change to have this working for yourself is, first of all, go to this first tool and change this time zone to your time zone. So for example, if you're living in Los Angeles, you'll say America/Los Angeles. If you're living in Australia, Melbourne, you'll be like Australia/Melbourne, to have your time zone in accordingly. Click on save. Then here you'll ensure to connect to your Google account. It's quite simple. You'll click on online help if you need guidance on that, but it's quite simple. Here to book the appointment, you don't need to change anything. Once you've connected to your Google account, everything will be added accordingly. Then what you want to do is saving the details to Airtable, you need to create an Airtable database. So on my side, I've already created an Airtable database. If you need tutorial on that, it's quite simple. Just go and ask ChatGPT to guide you on that. So once you have a database like this, you'll create 2 tables containing the following fields. You can see lead ID, customer name, email, phone number, appointment time in UTC, the status of the lead, which is qualified, and the call summary. Okay, you can see this first one is an auto number, and these other ones, most of them are just single line texts. Then this field is a date time field in ISO format, and the time is in 24-hour time format. So I'm just showing you this so that you can replicate exactly what you're seeing. Then we can move on. So once you have, and the status is a single select type of field containing 2 values of qualified or not qualified. Then the call summary is a long text field. The same case here to unqualified leads. The only thing that we don't have is the time the appointment has been booked, because actually they haven't been booked into an appointment. So to connect to this Airtable database from make.com, you will need your Airtable token. So for that, you'll click on account over here, then click on build a hub, then you'll click on create new token. Give your token a name, doesn't matter what you give it. Then add all the scopes that you're seeing over here. Okay, what is a scope? Is just permissions that you're saying. Anyone with this access token can be able to read from the database, can be able to write into the database, can be able to update details, etc. So these are the permissions anyone with the access token is allowed to do within the database. So normally I like adding all the scopes so that I'm assured I can use the same access token to perform a wide range of functionalities. I don't need to come and create a new access token with those specific permissions. Okay, but on your side, if you know you're sharing this access token with another developer or engineer, give them only the permissions you'd want them to be able to perform and nothing else. So I'll add all those scopes there. So once you've added all those, attach your database by clicking add a base. Select the database that you've created, then create a new token. Copy it, go back here to your scenario, click on this module, then you'll click on add a new connection. Okay, connection type is Airtable token. Then you can give it a name, something like lead qualification connection, something of the sort. But since I already have that, I'll call this lead qualification 2. Then I'll paste in my access token there. Then I'll click on save. Then from here, you'll just select the database itself, the table that you want to access. In this case, it's the leads table, because you are saving a successful lead. So their name, email, phone number will be added in there accordingly. The status is qualified and the call summary, etc. Then we send a webhook response saying appointment has been successfully booked. So if that time slot was already taken, so therefore we can't book into that time slot, we follow through this path of now suggesting to them alternative time slots. So something like, the users asked for 10 a.m. but 10 a.m. is taken. So we suggest to them 11 a.m., 12 p.m. because those ones are available. So the only thing you'll need to change is come here to this first AI module, then change your time zone in accordingly. That's all you need to change. So you'll come down here, wherever you see time zone, you can say the time is however in UTC and I need them in my time zone, which is East African time. So you'll change to your time zone accordingly. Same case to here, you'll just click on this module and change in your time zone accordingly. So wherever you see Africa/Nairobi or just time zone stuff, change to your actual time zone. So I'll scroll down here. You're seeing here, let me just scroll down here. You're seeing format date, put in the now variable containing the current date and time. Then here you change the time zone to your time zone. So something like America/Los Angeles or Australia/Melbourne, etc. Then click on save. Then it will send back a response containing a statement something like, oh, Mr. User, 10 a.m. has already been taken, but we have 11 a.m., 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. Which of these work for you? Something of the sort. Then now we can quickly test the AI agent. But before that, I'll ensure that my make.com scenario is running. So I'll click on run once at the bottom left. I know my face is covering that, but you can see run once over there. Then now it's waiting for information. So let's test it out. Call AI agent. So that didn't work. One thing is because I remember that here in the tools, let me just go edit the tool out for booking the appointment. I forgot to add the parameter of booking time. So I'll click on that. Here in the part for parameters, I want to add the final property being the booking time. Add property. Give it a name. This one is booking time. So this is the time the user wants to book into in ISO 8601 format, UTC time zone. For example, 2025, blah blah blah. So you can see that in place. So what I'll do is click on save changes, then click on save on the entire AI assistant. Then I want to test the AI agent to see whether now it's working, because now it should work. Hello.
Hi there. How can I help you today?
I saw your ad on having AI manage my restaurant's phone calls. How can I get started?
Great to hear you're interested. To get started, I'll need to ask you a few questions. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. First off, how do you currently manage your customer calls at your restaurant?
We have a team of 3 people who are dedicated to the phone lines.
Got it. And do you find that you still miss some customer calls? Or is everything running smoothly?
Of course, we miss a couple of calls because the team is also juggling other tasks.
I understand. That can be quite challenging. What about your average order values? Where do they stand right now and where would you like them to be?
Right now they're at $18. We'd love them to jump to something like $38.
That's a great target. Many restaurants see a significant boost in their average order values with Astra. How urgent is it for you to solve these issues of missed calls and low order values?
Oh, very, very urgent. I mean, if you can have it up and running by tomorrow, that would be awesome.
I hear you. And what budget do you have in mind for integrating Astra into your restaurant's operations?
Around $4,000.
Perfect, that works. Are you the sole decision maker for your restaurant? Or is there someone else involved in the decision-making process?
No, I'm alone.
Great, let's get you booked into an appointment. Could you please provide your name, email, and phone number?
My name is John Smith. My email is john@gmail.com and my phone number is 0712345544.
Thanks, John. When would you like to schedule the appointment? Would tomorrow at 10 a.m. work for you?
Can we do tomorrow at 12 p.m.?
Sure thing. I'll book you in for tomorrow at 12 p.m. Give me a moment to set that up. You're all set, John. Your appointment is booked for tomorrow at 12 p.m. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, nothing. Goodbye.
Thank you, John. Looking forward to speaking with you tomorrow.
I'll end the call there. Notice during the call, I ensured to come back here and click on run once, so the make.com scenario was waiting for information, and you can see the appointment was successfully booked. If I click on this first bubble, you can see the name, call summary, booking time, email, phone number come in accordingly. And when I said 12 p.m., notice it sent the date in with the time at 9 a.m. because in UTC, right now, it would be 9 a.m. when it's 12 p.m. in my current time zone in Nairobi. So that's very critical. And if I go here to my Google Calendar, you're able to see here a new appointment has come in for 12 p.m. with John Smith. Then back here in my database, let me just go to the leads table. I should be able to see that the record has come in just some few seconds ago. John Smith, their email is there. Their phone number is there. The time they want to book in, you can see in UTC, that's on 10th of June tomorrow. That is at 9 a.m. Okay, of course 9 a.m. is in UTC. Hope we are clear on that. Then the status is qualified and the summary is this. Let me just click on that and see. John is struggling with missed customer calls and low average order values. He has a budget of $4,000 and is the sole decision maker. He needs the solution urgently. Very critical. And you can go through the same process to integrate saving the call information to your database. That is for unqualified leads. The same process. Yeah, that's it from me. This is quite a powerful AI system, I have to say. It ensures your sales team only hops on calls with qualified leads. That's very critical. You don't want them to waste time with unqualified leads. They'll be demotivated and they'll close less deals. You'll lose more sales agents. You don't want that. So it's very powerful. If you want to work with our team to build such powerful AI systems, there'll be a link in the description to book in a meeting with our team. And that's it from me. Till next time, stay savvy.